Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who thinks that the Super Mario Galaxy movie is being announced too soon, because there is a wide array of Mario content that they could have gone through before going to Super Mario Galaxy. And two, Super Mario Galaxy, though they could have followed the game for it, I have a better idea. So this is what I wish the Super Mario Galaxy movie was about. Okay, cold open. The Ocarina of Time Ganondorf bests Link in combat and escapes to the Mushroom Kingdom, where he frees Bowser from his imprisonment, and they learn that the captured Luma that he had escaped back into space, so the two of them team up together and chase after it. After their departure, Peach realizes the danger the galaxy would be in if the harnessed power of the Luma stars got into the hands of Ganondorf and Bowser. So she, Mario, Luigi, and DK decide to team up again, with Link entering at the end of the scene, explaining what happened and adding himself to the team. During their travels through space, Ganondorf and Bowser come across, I think it's Space Colony Ceres, where Ridley is just beaten by Samus in battle. So Bowser and Ganondorf recruit Ridley, heal him, give him extra powers, and then take off. So, following that, Team Mario also arrives on Ceres. They encounter Samus. They also explain their situations. Samus teams up. They continue. Next scene going forward, the Luma is finally returning to the Comet Observatory, where we are finally introduced to Rosalina, where she is surprised to finally see her Luma return home. She is relieved. She hugs it, asks where her Luma had been all this time, to which it responds that it was captured in the Mushroom Kingdom and that they are in danger now. Where that scene is immediately followed by a crash on the observatory, where Bowser, Ganondorf, and Ridley have finally arrived, and the observatory is being attacked and onslaughted by the Koopa Troopa army. Bowser, upon the entry, declares that he will retake the Luma that escaped his grasp, and that they will gather the Lumas on the observatory to combine their powers and create a new galaxy within their image. Cutscene. Attempting to make their way to Bowser and Ganondorf as quickly as possible, Team Mario ends up encountering Fox and Falco, who end up deciding to help them and guiding them on a quicker way to the Comet Observatory to, encounter the horrendous scene of the trashed observatory and everyone being taken captive. And thus trigger your big final movie battle. Ridley notices and attacks Samus due to being healed and stronger thanks to Ganondorf and Bowser's magic. The Koopa Troopa army attacks Team Luigi. I say it for a reason. And Link and Mario, and that's why I said Team Luigi, and Link and Mario run headfirst to challenge Ganondorf and Bowser. Samus defeats Ridley, typically, because it's Samus versus Ridley. You know she's going to kick his ass. DK, using power-ups like in the first movie, like a big mushroom and fire mushroom, ends up hitting the blue shell Koopa and using him to wipe out an entire wave of the Koopa Troopa army. Peach takes on Birdo in fantastic style and, of course, beats Birdo. And then Luigi, armed with a Power Star, takes on Kamek and kicks his ass, because I've always wanted to see Kamek get his ass kicked. And I love Luigi. So, there. And then, on a little swoop-up cameo during the fight, we have Fox and Falco swooping in to take out Paratroopas and Latikus. Mario and Link make their way to Bowser's ship, where they are already holding Rosalina and the Lumas captive. Mario charges at Bowser, Link charges at Ganondorf. Combat back and forth both ways. Ganondorf and Bowser swap combatants for a couple of seconds before swapping back just for the fun of it. And mind you, this is all while Team Luigi is in the background, sneaking over to the dungeons to free all of the captors. We switch scenes. DK is taking out all of the remaining Koopa Troopas and henchmen in the background, while Peach and Luigi make their way into the dungeon to free the Lumas and Rosalina. Upon looking at her saviors, Rosalina is suspiciously taken aback a little bit before Peach and Luigi are able to convince her to come with them to escape. Scene transition as the fight between Mario and Bowser and Link and Ganondorf are heating up and winding down to a close. Ganondorf attempts to take a giant negative magic ball and shooting to Link, a la the final battle of Ocarina of Time, and Link, in a desperate last swing, is able to charge his Master Sword and bat it back towards Ganondorf. Now we switch over to the fight between Mario and Bowser. Bowser is about to power himself up and smash Mario into the ground before Mario puts up his arm and stops Bowser's fist. But as Bowser's fist hit Mario's arm, he immediately turns metal, where the scene epically transitions to look at him, just like in the first movie, where he is down and he goes, bing, and then takes his fist and is about to swing it back to hit Bowser in the face. And at that point in moment, Bowser and Ganondorf both realize that they can't move to dodge, and they both take a split second to look back to see Rosalina using her star power to hold them in place for a moment. And at that moment, the both of them realized they had just lost. And then in split screen, Mario's fist hits Bowser's face, and then the dark energy ball hits Ganondorf, causing a massive explosion. And then the two of them come crashing down to the ground of the observatory, out cold. The heroes wind up and apprehend the Koopa Troopa army and Ridley. And then while the heroes gather around Bowser and Ganondorf, ready to apprehend them, they are struck by strange laser beams, and then they are captured into paintings out of nowhere, where we now pan our camera over to reveal Dr. Elvin Gadd walking from their ship, revealing that the ship is actually his. And he takes their paintings, he makes his little quips like he normally does, insults Luigi, makes a comment about Mario and Peach, walks his way back into the ship. Making their way back to Earth N. I call it Earth N because it's Nintendo Earth. Anyway, making their way back to Earth N, Fox and Falco decide to give them guidance once more. They drop off Samus and Ridley back off on Space Colony Ceres and return everyone else back to the Mushroom Kingdom, where Link quickly thanks them for their assistance, takes Bowser's painting, and returns to Hyrule. And then we have our typical Super Mario Galaxy ending inside a currently being repaired Peach's castle due to the attack from the beginning of the movie. And thus, roll credits. And yes, I realize I gave you a Smash Bros. Movie. But that's because Super Mario Galaxy, if for no other reason, is a perfect way to branch into a Smash Bros. Movie outside of, just making it like, well, I guess technically it would have to be not Brawl. Would it be Brawl? Where Kirby was the one that was the only one that survived at first? Anyway, you get my point. But I don't think Master Hand would have been a good first villain for a Smash Bros. Introduction. So I felt that Galaxy was the perfect opportunity to introduce the concept of the Smash Bros. Universe, especially since in Sonic 3 we had the mention of Pikachu, the fact that Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are already CGI characters who came from CGI worlds, so it wouldn't be difficult to integrate them into a Mario movie. And then Pikachu, Detective Pikachu is also CGI. We could pull him, no problem there whatsoever. So it basically wrote itself. So I decided to express it, and that's pretty much it.